Everybody, I'm going to call the meeting of the Finance Committee to order on July 17th. Would you please call the roll?
Taylor.
Here.
Vaughn.
Here.
Howell.
Here.
Cavell. Smith Charles.
Present.
Biz.
Present.
Markham.
Here.
You have a quorum?
Okay, next we have approval of today's agenda. Moved by Taylor, supported by Long. All in favor of approving the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Agenda is approved. And now we're at our first public comment. Anybody who wishes to address this committee on the topic that's on the agenda, now would be the time. Seeing no one, I will close our first public comment and we'll move right on to item 5, the Tax Increment Financing District Review Policy Committee recommendations. We met earlier this afternoon. Item A is amendment number 2 to the tax sharing agreement between the County of Oakland, the Charter Township of Lyon, and the Lyon Township Downtown Development Authority. Moved by Commissioner Long, supported by Commissioner Powell.
And by Glenn.
All right. Who's gonna tell us about this?
Sean. Deputy Carlson.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Appreciate the opportunity to be in front of you today. And I just want to introduce a couple of folks before we get started. To my right is John Bry, the head of our Main Street Oakland County program and very close partner with all of our downtown development authorities throughout the county. And to my left here is the executive director of Lyon Township's Downtown Development Authority. And we also have the supervisor, John Dolan, and please, John, explain the rest of your team.
Okay, with us today, we have Joellen Shortley, our township attorney. We have Leslie Zwater, our township engineer. We have Sean Walsh with Baker Tilly. We have Brian Kesey from McKenna, who's our planner, and we have Chris Dusen from McKenna also, that's a planner for us.
All right.
Thank you all again for listening and hearing us. We very appreciate it.
Thank you, John. So I just wanted to make sure, and I'll make a few brief statements and then turn it over to Amy to fill in any extra details and so forth. But I wanted to say that this comes with the full weight and support of County Executive Dave Coulter. Lyon Township is very important to this county, as of all our communities are important. But we especially have the corridor in Lyon Township, logistics and transportation and warehousing that takes place just off of 96 on that Grand River corridor. And also in regards to the last census report, we saw 3 areas in the state of Michigan that experienced growth. And one of those areas was in Oakland County, and that was Lyon Township. We don't want to stagnate their growth. We want to continue to support it. And that's exactly what this resolution does. That is exactly what this TIF policy does. And it continues on with the great work that they've started. I'll pull one piece of document here that they talk about the growth over the past 20 years is reflected in property value increases. The taxable value of the DDA development area increased by a factor of 5.98 between 2001 and 2022, increasing from 44.3 million to 265 million. That is success, and we want to continue to support that success and support Lyon Township and their effort with this resolution. So I'll turn it over to Amy for any other additional.
Well, once again, we really appreciate you taking the time to meet with us to discuss this agreement presentation that we have. We've been working with the TIF Ad Hoc Committee. We appreciate all the feedback that they've given us. We've been able to make some adjustments on the agreement based on their feedback. We believe we've incorporated everything that was requested previously. At this time, I would just say, because I don't want to repeat, I want to be respectful of everybody's time, that if there are any additional questions over specifics in the plan, either myself or somebody from our team would love to answer any questions. But we definitely appreciate your support and your willingness to look over this and help us move forward in the township.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
John, did you have anything you wanted to add before we turn it over to the commissioners?
Everything that they have presented in their plan is in keeping with the guidelines for the district and for the legislation, and they've been an active and eager partner in Main Street, Oakland County for the past few years, and we enjoy working with them. So we're looking forward to the investment that will continue to be generated as a result.
Okay. With that, I'll open it up to the commission. We'll start with Commissioner Powell.
Just cause we are, online, I mean, you know, it's in person and then we may have some people later. With this project, what is like, can you give us like the potential plan of what this funding kind of be used for? Like I've read it, but can you give us a snippet of what
Absolutely.
would his funds be and what is it gonna help in Lyon Township?
Absolutely. So the development plan that we presented, I believe, has 11 key projects in this.
Okay.
So the funding that's invested will be utilized for some infrastructure projects that are vital to the economic development in our community, including our last leg of our ring road that's being built in our community. We have a lot of issues in our downtown area and also in the residential area with flooding. We have a drain that runs through our township, so funds will be utilized to actually do a clean out, which hasn't been done in over 60 years, closer probably to 100 years for that drain clean out. So right now, a lot of our prime parcels are unusable because of that floodplain. So funds would be used to do a clean out on that. We'd be looking to invest in some transportation issues, creating a trailhead in our area that abuts to the Huron Valley Trail that runs right through our downtown area. So we want to ensure that people have access to that trail. We also want to work on pedestrian safety. We're working on our streetscape development, slowing down traffic in our corridor. And we also have projects regarding our historical cemetery that's right in our downtown. We'd love to be able to fix that up to make it more usable. And I believe, Chris, what are a couple of the other projects? I don't have it right in front of me.
The community gathering place.
Currently, our DDA has been able to partner with one of the largest property owners in our downtown, which is a church, to be able to utilize for community functions. However, we can't always rely on that, so a big part of this plan is to help develop a community space that can be used for placemaking projects, community gathering and events also.
I think mentioning the clean out of the New Hudson Drain is probably the most critical project. And that affects the Oakland Southwest Airport, the future development of the Oakland Southwest Airport, because that's in the flood zone also. So it's not only helping development of private property where there's millions of dollars of investment that's on the line, but it's also helping county property, making that more usable as well.
And more safe too. Usually with floods and gathering water attracts birds, and that's not good for airports. So,
Well, thank you for that information. I'm excited to hear of all the diverse things that this is going to,
Overall dollar amount is what.
what's the overall dollar amount?
We're asking for an additional 13 million to complete the projects.
Okay, so now your questions got finished.
Sorry.
But I'm excited that it's a diverse, it is helping several things going on in Lyon Township. So that's what I was saying, I'm happy to hear that. It's not all just going one thing, even though we got one major thing, but we're able to kind of help do a lot of development there. So,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
very
you,
much for the
Chair.
questions.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anybody else? I will make the same comment that I made in the TIF meeting earlier, which is I think Lyon Township is a really good example of how a DDA works. And, you know, you've had this now for 20 years, and there's a big difference in South Lyon and how traffic moves and how much development is out there in terms of retail and housing and all of it. And the DDA really being in place helped that. So I'm happy to support this. I've always been interested in what can we do to activate that airport in a bigger way in terms of logistics or the future of aviation and, you know, Sean and I have talked about drones to drop packages and I mean, just all sorts of stuff, right? But this will help that. This will help the county and that whole area of growth. So I'm very much in favor of it. I think there's been a lot of time and effort and thought and analysis in this. And being an old planner myself, I like what you're planning to do and how you've integrated everything into one comprehensive plan. I also will mention that you are not capturing the Oakland County Transit millage, and you are not capturing the Oakland County Parks millage, and it's a 50% cap on the capture. That's,
I
okay.
got one more question.
Mr. Powell.
Can we, I don't know, because this is a different project, right? I don't know if we've ever did such a, can we get quarterly reports just to see how they project going with our funding? I don't know if that's something that can be done with this.
We do, as a part of our Main Street Oakland County, we send reports annually and
Okay.
quarterly into Main
Well,
Street Oakland County.
whatever the report, 6 months, I don't know, but I just thought
Yeah.
it'd be good for us because too,
That's a
we're
great
learning about
idea.
such a such a project right here, so,
In addition to the reports they send us, they also have informational meetings
okay,
twice a year, so.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd be interested to watch the process. Thank you.
Anybody else? Seeing nobody else, let's go ahead and prompt the vote.
Another good one under our belt.
6 yeas, 0 nays.
All right, motion carries.
I thank you.
Proposal has passed. It'll move on to the full board in an hour.
Point of information, will that go on the consent agenda?
Yes.
It will. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's good. You can put it on the regular if you want to.
Keep it on.
Sean likes his items on the regular agenda.
All right, our next item is our second public comment. Is there anybody who cares to address the committee?
He's on regular.
Seeing no one, I'll close the second public comment. Is there any other business to come before this group? Seeing none, I will call this meeting adjourned. And